Good morning, welcome to Wednesday. I don't know about you, but it feels like the days are absolutely flying by. Poppy here just had her very first bath, so she's a bit wet. Still smells a bit doggy, but there we go. Right, so without further ado, you're about to see the 10 questions. Pause it, use the last 2 days good quality notes. Basically, if you are not making improvements, you're doing something wrong. So do ask, kind of an older sibling or your parents to help you out if you're still not understanding questions. It's really, really important. Or perhaps leave me a comment and ask me to expand upon an explanation of some sort. So, new pair of Reeboks. Quite a funky pair, these. I really like them. I think they look better. They look better on than they did in the box. But there we go. Right. I think I'll probably be running out of Reeboks soon actually to show you, but there we go. Okay, here we go, 10 questions, best of luck. Okay, welcome back. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that went well for you and you're feeling more confident as the days go by. Got a bit of an audience there. I've got Poppy who's under the chair. I've got Hugo who's ready with his pen and his pad. He's going to attempt to do some of these maths questions. Right, calculate. Where's my kitchen roll? Make sure it's dry, otherwise it looks right. Calculate 50% of 63. So you know 50% is a half. Okay, so if you've got £63, okay, and you want to calculate 50%, basically all you're going to do is half it. You can divide it by 2. Okay, divide it by 2. So common sense ways, 60 divided by 2 is 30, and 3 divided by 2 is £1.50. Okay, add those all up and you get £31.50. Okay, obviously the other way you could have done it would be 63 divided by 2. 2's into 6 go 3 times. Always start with those in the right place. 2's into 3 goes once, remainder 1. And remember, whenever you carry after the decimal point here, you have to put a 0. Okay, so 2's into 10 go 5, 31.5. Okay, lots of people forget that. And let's just say I had another remainder here. Let's say I had a remainder 2. I'd still then put a 0. Then let's say another remainder 2. I'd put a 0. Okay, and so on. So you always, whatever you carry after the decimal point, each time you put a 0 next to it. Okay, don't forget that. The answer is 31.5. Did you get that right, Hugo? Did you get it right? Oh, that's beautiful writing. 63 divided by 2. Good job. I love your pound sign. Oh, excellent.
I cooked it.
Happy days. Good man. I'll show Mummy that. That's really good. Round 30,659. 30,659 to the nearest 1,000. So there's my thousands. It's followed by a 6, which means this will round up to 31,000. Okay. The other way you can ask yourself how to do this one is 30,659, is that closer to 30,000 or 31,000? Well, it's clearly closer to 31,000. Your answer is 31,000. Are you going with that one, buddy? Nice, good writing. That's a big number, that. 30,000, big old number.
Like money.
Yeah, oh, that'd be nice.
Rich.
No, yeah, that would be lovely, wouldn't it? Mummy spends all my money. Round 0.7844, 0.7844 to the near, to 1 decimal place. So there's my decimal point, that's 1 decimal place. Okay, and it's followed by an 8, which means that will round up to 0.8. Okay, because remember, you should have written on your notes a 5 or more here, okay, means that rounds up. If it's a 4 or lower, that stays the same, it would be 0.7, okay? So if it was 0.741, okay, to 1 decimal place, the answer would just be 0.7, okay? Lovely. So if my 5-year-old can write the questions, you lot can as well. If you're in my classes, you know that's something I'm passionate about. Always write the question. Otherwise, you just got pages of random numbers and it's no good. You're going to stop me off on a rant. Right, work out 4 times 2. 4 times 2, add 3 times 3. Add 3 times 3. So, we need to do the multiplyings first, okay? So 4 times 2 is 8. Add 3 times 3, which is 9. 8 add 9 is 17. Okay, we've got to do the multiply before the add, okay? Remember bid maths, you would have written it in your notes, I'm hoping. You got that one down? Good man. Okay, Hugo's writing in green as well. Writing his notes in green. God, he's well ahead of the curve. Okie dokie. List the first 6 cube numbers. Well, ask yourself, what is a cube number? Well, we know a square number is a number multiplied by itself. So like kind of 2 squared is 2 times 2, which is 4. So a cube number is a number multiplied by itself. Okay. Okay, 2 times 2 times 2, 3 times. Okay, so that's what we're going to need to do. Who's off? Sorry, buddy, I know you didn't get that down. I need the space. Sorry. So first 6. So 1 cubed is 1 times 1 times 1, which is 1. 2 cubed is 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8. 3 cubed is 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9 times 3 is 27. 4 cubed means 4 times 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16 times 4 is 64. 5 cubed is 5 times 5 times 5. Okay, you kind of see the pattern now. 5 times 5 is 25, times 5 is 125. And what did we wanted? 6. So 6 cubed is 6 times 6 times 6. 6 times 6 is 36. 36 times 6 is 216. Okay, so the first 6 cube numbers are 1, 8, 27, 64, 125 and 216. Easy peasy. Okay, again a case of think about what you do know rather than what you don't. Okay, so we should have a real good grasp of what squaring and cubing is now. Okay, 3 days in a row. Right, what's next? Work out 36 times 50. 36 times 50. 36 times 50. So there's a couple of ways that I would approach this. I would probably actually, if I was doing this in my head, if someone asked me this out, you know, a random stranger out on the street, what's 36 times 50? I would very quickly in my head do 36 times 100, okay? And then I would divide it by 2. So 36 times 100 is 3,600. Then because I've done times 100 rather than times by 50, I'd then halve that, okay? I divide it by 2, which gets me 1,800, okay? So that's one way of doing it.
Can I work that bit out?
Oh, sorry, buddy. I need to do it real quick. Should we do some more afterwards, just by ourselves? So the other way, 36 times 50. Obviously, do it using our traditional method. You could have done 36 times 10, which is 360, and then times that by 5. Okay, 5 times 300 is 1,500. 60 times 5 is 300. 1,500 and 300 is 1,800. So 3 ways of doing the same question. Okay.
The one spot I got wrong, I did this.
What's that, buddy?
The one spot I...
You put a line through them. Yeah, just put a nice neat line through them. Good lad. Simplify the ratio. 6 to 21. So, simplify means make it as small as possible. Can we spot a number that goes into both? Well, yeah, 3 goes into both. How many 3s go into 6? 2. How many 3s go into 21? 7. So the ratio is 2 to 7. Okay? If you're not sure about that, ask yourself, does 2 go into them? No. Does 3? Yes. Okay, so kind of keep working through the times tables until you find a number that goes into both. What will the time 35 minutes after 10:30 be? So this is one of those questions where you almost kind of have to read it twice. Okay, what will the time? They like to kind of phrase and word things purposely difficult for some reason. So what will be the time 35 minutes after 10:30? So if it's 10:30, I need to add 35 minutes on. You alright, Pop? Okay. She's crying for some reason. Maybe she doesn't like the maths either. Are you all sat at home crying as well? Probably. Your parents, no, making me do Mr. Birch's maths video again. Please, no. So, anyway, back to the question. 35 minutes after it, so I'm going to add my 30 minutes on to get to 11, and then I'm going to add the 5 on to get to 11:05. Okay? So add on enough minutes to get to the next hour, and then add on the remaining minutes. Simples. Work out 0.54 times 100. So there's a couple of ways you could do this one. Oh no, it's times 1,000. 0.54 times 1,000. So what you could do is you could take decimal points out, okay, and make it 54 times 1,000, and then put them back in. So if it was 54 times 1,000, the answer you would get would be 54,000. But remember, when you're multiplying like this and you've taken them out, you must put them back in. So if I put them back in, so I've taken out 1, 2, I have to put back in 1, 2. So the answer would be 540. Okay? The other way you could do that one is 0.54 times 1,000. Remember, timesing by 1,000, there's 3 zeros, which means you move 1, 2, 3 points. So if I've got 0.54, because I'm timesing by 1,000, I'm going to move this decimal place 3 times that way. Okay, I'm just going to put a couple of zeros on the end there because I like to physically jump something. If there's nothing there, I find it kind of messes with my head. So times by 1,000, there's 3 zeros, so I jump 3 places. Remember, if it's timesing by 100, there's 2 zeros. Okay, so you jump 2 places. Times it by 10, there's 1 0, you jump 1 place. So 0.54, jump 3, 1, 2, 3. Don't need that 0 there, so I'm going to take it off. The answer is 540. Okay. It's also a question which kind of catches people out, that one. Just don't let it catch you out. Think about the absolute basics, okay? Timesing by 10. Times it by 10 if you need to, then kind of again and again. If you can't get your head around it. What's next? Last one. So we've got 7 bracket 2x minus 5. So expand, we know, means multiply. Multiply what? Multiply what's outside by what's inside. Okay, so the first thing we're going to multiply is 7 times 2x. 7 times 2 is 14, and don't forget about the x. 7 times minus 5. Remember, the sign is always to the left. If there is no sign, it's just a positive. So 7 times minus 5. Okay, 7 times 5 is 35. Positive and negative, the signs are different, which means the answer is going to be negative. So it's minus 35. Okay, 14x minus 35. Right. There we have it. What's it? Week 4, lesson 3. Done. Enjoy the rest of your day.